Good morning. It's 1:23 right now in our country, Canada, Fredericton. Um, so this is the part two of this video. This video right here. So if you go to search my channel SAP Polygular, find this SAP logo and with the videos. And this is the first part. Second tab exercise, it shows you some filters there. That's how I've highlighted the filters there. So last time we've ended in this let's run it. Okay, let's enter an EE dot or created date, set as I, and for the vendor let's choose this one. We've ended in this page without this button, so I've added the button show list, and it's gonna show you all the 25 evalents. And if we hit on this, for example, this 6 right here, it will show you all the lines of that 06306 evalent. So in this case, it has 3 lines. So let's recreate this one, okay, using this second application. So I have the steps here, right, with in this notepad. So let's follow these, okay? So the first step is edit count controller. Count controller, this guy here, and JSON declaration. Okay, we're gonna edit the JSON declaration. Remember this guy here? So let's edit these lines over here. So it's showing vdate, vgroup, vplan, so that's not correct. So it should be these guys here. Yep, including the var JSON. Oops, did I copy it right? Okay. So let's beautify it. Okay, that's the array, and VAE dot. Okay, status and FNR. So these are just containers for the next view. You will be utilizing these values later on in the next view. Okay, and that's a format. This will be very useful. It's just like passing variables from one page to another page. And let's now go to the count view. Count view is over here, open with layout editor. Don't forget to save all. Okay, in here we will add a new button. Okay, and the button's name is get list. Okay, I know. Yeah, get list. That should be okay. What did I name it with in the previous view? Let's check. V count. Yeah, get list. Same thing. Anyway, let's go to the events, and on the press event, add the new function get list. Okay, let's make it nicer here. Instead of get list one word, let's add a space there. Okay, then after that we'll be adding some code in the event. So the event is automatically created here, which is this guy here, and we'll be adding some code right there. So if you can see LVAE dot, it just took the these guys here, VAE dot, vSATO, VLFNR, and they were placed there. And these variables are now passed over here, and these are the parameters for this target header. So now let's create the target header route. So if we go to the manifest.json, where are we right now? Okay, manifest, there. So if we go to routing, we'll be adding the target header. Okay, and select the view. In our case, it's not yet existing. Okay, let's add the view first. New v header. Okay, and that oh, sorry, placed. I think I placed it in a different yeah, I made a mistake there, so never make that mistake. Let's delete it again. Make sure this is highlighted. Web app, right click, new, SAP UI5 v header, finish, and now you can see the v header in this level. So in the v header, let's rename the title. Let's make it header view. Okay, now let's go to the manifest.json a while ago, and for the target header, highlight that. Now v header is existing now there, and the view level should be 3. Now let's add a route, target header, and for the pattern, we will be adding a pattern like this. Okay. Okay, it's similar to this one, but the text here, it's a V head. That's the only difference. And we'll be adding target header also here, and save all. Okay, after that, in the header view, we'll be adding some stuff there. Where's the header view? Open with layout editor. We'll be adding a list. Okay, list. Okay, and delete the last two, and go to outline, content, set list. Make sure you highlight the items and change the ID to ID item. Okay, and after that, add the binding to the highlight this one, sap.m, that's standard list item, and bind it to PO header set. Hit OK, and change the element elements, the text elements. What did I do here? There. How's the binding? Is it still there? Yep, still there. And for these guys, let's add these guys in the description text. Okay, save. And after that, let's go to the controller. Controller over there. Controller. Let's delete these unnecessary comments. Okay, and this guy here also. Save. And under return controller, which is this guy here. Now where are we? Header controller. Okay, this guy. Okay, return controller dot extend. Okay, this guy here. Let's replace that code. This code, and save. So in here, init function was activated, and this is standard target header, and on route found, which is this guy here, and we will be getting the arguments from the URL. And in this case, we did pass the, where is my v count? Yeah, this guy here. So after doing this get list event, we have three parameters, a dot, status, and listener with p underscore. But when we are in the initialization of this, it's like a PBO of this header controller. So we took all of those parameters from the URL and passed them in these variables. And in these variables, we are passing them in the filter, okay, which is elite, which are these guys here. And this is the format right here. We've discussed this in the previous videos, so I'm not gonna discuss them again in this video, okay? And we will be binding the data in this ID list, and the ID list is, where is that here? ID list is, if you hit that ID item, is it ID item? Count ID list. Why is it ID list? I think it should be ID list, right? Yep, I made a mistake. It should be ID list. So we need to go to the v header view, okay, and change the ID item to ID list. So there, save that. So that the binding we did here in the v header controller is correct, ID list. And there, that's how you do the binding there. And are we done here? Header view. Okay, let's check. Okay. So the date is that, vendor is this, 25 lines. Now we have the button. If we click that, nothing's happening. Did we save everything here? Yep. I'll look for it. Okay, I found the problem. Remember a while ago when we accidentally created the v header and in a different node? So what happened there is it's not recognizable again, even if after deleting those and placing them at the correct level, in this level here. So what I did is I've deleted again the v header and created another one with an undersign. So right now I adjusted the manifest JSON here. Instead of only v header, I entered underscore. And let's other than that, let's also change the title of this v header underscore header view. Save that, and let's test if the routing is working fine. And so good practice maybe also is to test first if the routing is working fine. Okay, instead of doing all those layout elements then testing after that, so it's better to test first before adding all those elements in the view. So hit this get list, and now we can see the header view. So let's add those elements again in the header view. So how do we do that? Let's open layout editor here, and let's add list again right there, and delete these guys here. Go to outline, content, select the items, and make it change it to ID list there. Enter and hit this one and add the binding to the PO header set. Hit OK and add some change texts and the description. Change that also. Save, and after that let's go to header controller and let's add this code here. Where's the header controller? There. Let's add this code. No. Yeah, let's add an underscore there, make sure that's correct. And after that we'll be adding some events. A button first, of course. Open with. And okay, before that let's test this first, okay, if it is working fine, if the binding and everything else is working. Let's add a vendor there. I created date is that one. Okay, get list. Oh, it's not working again. What am I missing? I'll be back. Okay, I think it's working fine again. I've just closed everything and saved, made sure everything is saved, and the code is still the same. At first I deleted it and tested if the routing is okay, and it is what it was okay, and I've replaced these codes again, the on init and on route route, and now it looks working fine. It looks working fine. This is correct, by the way. So if we run it, here is the second app 2. Vendor is this guy here, and status is I, get list. So there. If we do an inspection here and refresh that, see if it hits the debugger. Yeah, it did hit it, so it should be working. F8 and F8 again. So now we go here, and it took all of those arguments, a dot, Sato, and the Finar, and it did the filter and the binding to the ID list. F8. Okay, there. So it started up to 221. So if we check the conditions here, says here the AE dot should be more than this guy here, greater than, and status is I, or status I, and what do you call that, the vendor should be this guy here, where's Listener over there. So it started at 13. It's not 13 over here. Let's check. Let's go to SCGW. Okay, let's place a debugger over here, a breakpoint. Let's test this again, okay? And refresh. F8 and F10. Okay, now we should this should be triggered. F8. Okay, what does it show you here? 3 items, okay. It shows you the AE dot, Sato, and Levenar. Okay, F6. Let's go at the bottom. Okay, here, F6. Let's check the ET entity set. Start set 221. Oh, okay, it's correct. Maybe my query here is missing something, but it should be 221. It says subword C0, so it should be correct. 221 and greater or equal VA dot November 2. What did I do wrong here? Greater or equal. Okay. November 2, 2000. Let's check that. What am I missing here? Number 2. But then here 3020. Why is this showing a different result? Are we in echo? And there are 25 entries. Maybe it's the order. Yeah, I think it's just the order. Sergeant. I think this is not in order. 13 was there. 06 also here. Yeah, I think it's just the order. Anyway, should be working fine. And if I hit F8 on these guys here, F8, and let's remove the breakpoints again. Let's refresh. F8, F8. Okay, now we see the list. Okay, this is the list here, and this should be 25 entries. Okay, and okay, let's go to the next step. The next step is on the header view. Let's add a button. Open with layout. Let's add a button here. Okay, and the button show. Let's change get details. Let's add an event on press. Get details. Okay, and let's add this code in the event. vHeader controller. Get details. Paste that there. So it's just passing eBLN. Now let's add the route also. Target detail is the route. So if we go to manifest JSON target route or target detail, and for the detail, oh, it's not yet created. So let's add the view detail. It should be right. Okay, v detail, it's over there. Yeah, it's over there. Okay, now let's save everything here. And for the target detail, we'll be selecting V. Oh, how come V detail is not there? Let's just write it manually. V detail. Level 4. Let's add the route here. V detail. And for the pattern, let's enter this guy here, just one parameter this time, and target detail is the target. Save, and the detail title, detail view. Let's see if this guy is working. Let's test. I create a date, get list, okay, and on press. It's not working. Let's inspect. And over here, header, debugger is there, okay. No, I think I did it wrong. Instead of get details here, let's remove that. Should be on press. V header. Yeah, I made it incorrect here. So open with, it's not supposed to be a button here. It's supposed to be an on press. So highlight this guy here. And new function, get details. Okay, and in the V header controller, let's add that code. Get details. Okay, there. This we are debugging right now, live, to see what mistakes you could encounter and how to resolve those mistakes. In my case, I created a button which I shouldn't have done. I should have used this event here on press. So if clicking that, see what's happening here. Inspect. So refresh. F8. F8. So after pressing, did I save everything? Oh, I forgot to save everything again, sorry. So let's run it again. So that's another mistake. Make sure everything is saved before executing it. You won't know what error you could encounter. So after clicking this guy, okay, now we are in the detail view. So let's proceed. So the routing is working fine. And the pattern also. Yep, V detail pattern. Where is my manifest.json? Yeah, evelyn. Right there, V detail. Now the next step is in the detail view. Let's add the list again. Let's close everything here in the detail view. Open with layout editor, similar to what we did a while ago. In the header view here, let's add the list. As usual, let's delete those last two lines and go to items and rename this ID list. And in here, select this guy here. Let's bind it to PO item set, not PO header set. Okay, save. Let's change these texts right over here. Okay, for this guy here, evelyn, and for the description, evelby. Okay, save, and after that, let's go to the controller of the detail. which is this guy here. Let's delete all these unnecessary comments and add this guy here, these two functions, one init and this on route found. This is standard target detail, so we are just getting the arguments from the URL. In this case it's a PE-bilin and another filter, but in this case it's just one parameter, ebilin only. And remember the, what do you call this, the binding, that entity set that we selected here, it's not PO header set, it's a PO item set. So later we'll be discussing that, and we'll be binding the results to the IT list. IT list is right over here, IT list. Okay, and after that, I think that's the last step. Okay, let's see if it is working fine. Make sure everything's saved. Right, and we will be setting up a breakpoint in the PO item set, and the get entity set method. Let's add the breakpoint right over there. Okay, and let's test this guy. Vendor I date get count 25 lines. Okay, we now have the 25 lines over here. Let's select this guy here, 6. Okay, it went to the breakpoint as expected. This guy is empty, but this guy is not because we used the filter function. And ebilin is the one in the parameters. So if we go to F6, so it just took the ebilin, which is this guy here. And this is the select statement that was satisfied. If we go to entity set, it has 3 lines, 1, 2, 3 under this ebilin. Okay, and if we hit F8 again, it's not going to show you any results. Let's remove that breakpoint first before testing it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's hit refresh there, and let's try 27. Okay, 27. Let's check if 27 has 2 entries. So should I say 16 in? Echo. Oh my goodness. How many zeros do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And 7. Two entries. Okay, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So everything's okay now. And thank you for watching this a little bit long video. So I hope you learned something from me today. Have a good day. Bye.